Welcome back. Thank you for joining the Serving My Master podcast. We spent a lot of time trying to open up and digest the idea of service, the idea that we are here in this world to serve the Master of the world as his servants, showing again and again how in history and in everything in this world, in the Torah given to us as the guide for life, we see at every given moment and at every turn that this indeed is the purpose of the world. And with all that, there should be a certain amount of clarity, a certain degree of understanding that this indeed is not only what we should understand as the purpose, but is the clear and defined goal that each and every one of us needs to have as a goal and destination on what we're trying to reach. However, once we understand this, we need to see another level, another vision that is given to us as a gift by Hashem, the Master of the world. You see, the Master of the world created the universe and a human being in it for a specific purpose. But this human being was also created in a specific way, in a way that this human being should have the free will and the free choice to choose otherwise, to choose another way of life. Not only that, but this human being, as discussed, was created in a very complicated, balanced way, that this human being has incredible powers, as we discussed, created in the image of Hashem himself, with the powers, an imitation of the powers of Hashem himself. Now, because this human being is so complicated and so detailed in many ways, what we see is that the Master of the world has gifted us with a world that indeed the world itself is something that can, from one side, be an incredible tool for us to see him behind everything, but at the same time, it could also be the disguise in trying to hide the ultimate purpose of the world. The same unbelievable view of a mountain or a lake could awaken in us this idea that there is a Master of the world that created everything and we need to think about him. Or this same view could be used as a distraction to distract ourselves from service. Everything in this world was created on that balance, where if someone wants to look and find the purpose of that creation, one could, of course, do so, but one could also use it in another way. And so forth, many things in this world are created in a specific way to lead and to guide, or sometimes to potentially mislead the human being. But what is incredible is that Hashem also gifted us with an incredible vision of imagination. In other words, he gifted us with the ability to see that maybe one day we can reach a certain goal, and for that goal we will be ready to give something up today. In other words, if we take it in to the life or the style of life we live today, people will be willing to give up, let's say, a comfort of sitting on the couch or sleeping in bed in order to reach their goals that they set for themselves, whether it's to become rich, to own a bigger house, or so forth. Hashem gave us the incredible gift and the incredible power of being able to envision, to imagine a potential goal, and then because of that goal, we're willing to give up things today, comforts today. And of course, all of this is in order to give us the opportunity to make that same calculation with service, to make that same calculation that we can imagine becoming one day the ultimate servants. We can imagine one day seeing and internalizing and realizing the idea of becoming one again with Hashem, of connecting with Hashem, of returning our soul to the source where it came from. And because of that imagination, we should be able to overpower our other shallow human and bodily wishes. However, Hashem not only put that idea into creation itself, not only did Hashem give us this idea, this thought process in other areas of the world where one can find themselves and imagine themselves and having a potential gain and therefore will give up an immediate comfort. But Hashem actually gifted us this idea in a very specific way. And of course, we're referring to Shabbos. Hashem has gifted us with a day that once a week, everything comes to an halt. Everything stops. And it gives us a taste, me'ein olam haba. It gives us a taste of what it means to become closer to the master of the world, to become closer to Hashem, to feel a bigger presence of our own soul, the Neshama Yesera. The idea of Shabbos where we're surrounded with obligations and restrictions and incredible commandments of how we have to honor the Shabbos, respect the Shabbos, have oinig Shabbos, enjoy the Shabbos, remove certain things even before Shabbos, not to eat too much before Shabbos. In other words, we are preparing the entire week to get to Shabbos. Different arguments in Chazal on how one must prepare for Shabbos. Are we preparing from Sunday on every single meal or otherwise? But the point is, we see that there is an incredible attention to detail about everything surrounding Shabbos, because Shabbos indeed is the one day that every single week we're given a taste of what the goal is going to be, of what the destination is going to be. We're given a taste of what it means to be close to Hashem, where everything, every single thing, every ounce of food that we take in, every single word that we utter, every single thing has so much relevance, has so many halachas, has so many details, every step, as we discussed in previous episodes, giving us that taste of what it means to really, really, really be connected. To be connected to such a level that everything about us has meaning. To be connected to such a level that we are capable, able, and of course, obligated not to busy ourselves with anything else, not to busy ourselves with work, not to busy ourselves even with discussing shallow things that are relevant to this world. Because Bo Shabbos Bo Menucha, there's a peace that comes, the peace of knowing that this is a taste of the world to come, where of course there is absolutely no need to busy ourselves with any worldly things. Because the idea of Shabbos is to give us that taste of what we could be. And understanding that we have the power within us to become such high and ultimate servants that we are able to take the light of Shabbos throughout the week. That we are able to take the Kedusha, the holiness. Holiness is the idea of a distance. It's distant from the other days of the week. It's far and above and beyond. And we are able, if we remember that this is a taste of ultimate service, we are able to go through the Shabbos and take that with us by making the decision that just like on Shabbos, we know with certainty that we have no other obligations but to keep the Shabbos, but to be close with Shabbos, but to be close with the guest of Shabbos, with the Shekhinah. There is an incredible idea of when we come home Friday night, we send off the Malachim. And there's an incredible deep idea that the reason why we send off the Malachim is because the Shekhinah herself comes to us. So there is no covet in having Malachim there. We have a Shabbos where we have a taste of connecting with Hashem to the highest possible level in this world, to give us that taste so that we can, after Shabbos, say, I will continue on this level of service and remember at every given moment during the week the level that I could potentially reach. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to continuing this discussion with you. If you feel that this podcast can benefit maybe someone in your family, one of your friends, feel free to share this with them. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day.